Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Kellen here with Droid Live. So the Google event is done, and you know what these are. These are their brand new phones they're pushing as made by Google. Let's take a first look at them. This is the Pixel and the Pixel XL. I feel like it's my duty to start by looking at the blue version because it really is pretty stunning, even if it is sort of smurfed out with the white front. The black version's fine too. It's just sort of a black on black phone, which we've seen plenty of over the years. The white and silver, though, is also quite good. In case that blue has sold out and you're trying to figure out which to pre order, this might be the second choice here just for something a little bit different. So I did spend a good 20 minutes or so with each phone today. This is the XL, the bigger of the two. And I know you can't really tell because it's actually not as large as you may think, even with its 5.5-inch Quad HD display. But what I really took away today was just that Google is certainly pushing these as made by Google and that they are premium phones that, ask for premium prices. So 650 to start for the 32 gig Pixel. You have 769 to start for the 32 gig XL. These are not cheap phones. These are iPhone price. These are Galaxy S7 price, and Google's really going to push that. They've done a nice job with the hardware. I will give them that. These phones felt great. The size is just right, I think, on both of them. The 5-inch one fits in hand very well. The 5.5-inch does as well, even as a larger phone. I just think as hardware, even though they've leaked and they've kind of got some interesting design ideas with the two-tone looks and things like that, I just think that Google actually did a really nice job, and I think you'll come away quite surprised. Of course, that doesn't mean you'll be surprised at the software. Well, that's not fair. There is some new stuff going on here. Obviously, you have the Pixel launcher, so that's new if you haven't installed that on your own phone. But there's a new way to get into search, and there's all these new animations from zooming in and out, and when you go jump in from apps and that Google search tab and all of that stuff. So you've got this sort of newish experience in a way, and of course the home button now when you tap on it, it animates into four googly colors. There's really this sort of fine-tunedness. I know that's not a word, but to the Pixel phones that I don't feel like we've had before. Like it has Google Assistant built in across everything, so you can talk to the assistant at all times, and it fully has replaced Google Now on tap, by the way, which is great because it's so much faster. The rest of this stuff, though, like the quick toggles haven't really changed. I will say there's this blue accent throughout the UI that I'm not sure if that's a Pixel exclusive color thing or if that's where we're shifting with 7.1. But like the menu items are mostly the same, and here's proof that it is Android 7.1. The Easter egg's still the same. It's still the cat game in case you pick up a Pixel and want to play the cat game. We do have confirmation, though, that this is indeed Marlin, which was the code name that was out there for a long, long time back when this was an HTC Nexus phone. You have support built in now, where you have phone or chat support 24/7. Google's really taking this pretty seriously, if you guys couldn't tell from the keynote today or the event presentation, and then now that we're looking through this stuff here, they're really trying to do big things. Look, I think they've even updated the system tab, which is something they don't typically do. What about that camera, though? So 12.3 megapixels again in both phones. Same exact camera in each phone. Should get the exact same experience because they're also powered by a Snapdragon 821. So this isn't like last year where you had the 6P and the 5X and they had different processors, but the same camera, and you kind of got a different experience. You can see here I'm just firing away. This camera focuses, it shoots. It seems to be really fast. And Google's talking about it being potentially, well, number one, it's the highest rated smartphone camera ever by DxOMark. If that means something to you, that's something. They also are talking about how fast it is and how great it is, and the video stabilization, which they showed in a pretty impressive demo today. If you haven't watched that, you should go back and watch that through the keynote. But it shoots in 4K, and you can back up all of your photos, and you have unlimited full storage if you have these. I should say full resolution storage, and that includes 4K videos if you do have one of these Pixel phones. The cameras are really taken seriously here for one of the first times. And for those who are curious, here's the smaller version, the regular Pixel. And if you didn't know there was a smaller one, it'd be tough to tell just on camera just because they do look identical. Again, the size is quite a bit different, and this one does feel really, really great in hand for those of us like me who tend to like smaller phones. But same version of Android 7.1 with the new search tab and the Pixel launcher and access to Google Assistant and access to the 24/7 support. All of that stuff is here, even the little Ripley buttons and stuff like that Google's added here in version 7.1. Of course, that also means you have the exact same camera experience, and as you can see here, it is just as fast as the XL was, so that you're not getting a discounted experience like you did with the 5X from the 6P or anything like that. You have two ultra premium phones. In a way, this is very much like what Apple does with their iPhones, whether you want to admit that or not. So what's the takeaway here? Well, we've only spent 20 or so minutes with the Pixel and Pixel XL, so it's tough to come to some definitive conclusion, but these really strike me as really, really nice phones. I know the price is scaring a lot of people, and the poor little blue guy already sold out, I think, but these are nice phones, and if you're in the market for one, especially with payment plans now, I think they're worth a look.